So the First Descendant just launched globally. Today was day number 1, and I just ended my stream. I played this game for about 6 or 7 hours, and I wanted to give you guys a very quick, straight to the point, condensed first impressions review on the game. This is a little bit different to the usual style that I have with my first impressions video, so definitely let me know if you prefer this. I just thought it would be better to try a very condensed, straight to the point. Right out the gate, guys, I do want to mention that I have not personally played Warframe, and I have not put in a lot of hours into Destiny 2. Those two games would be the closest thing that the First Descendant would be similar to, if you are wondering. First Descendant is a third-person looter shooter. A lot of people are essentially saying this is Warframe. So if you're into Warframe, maybe you'll like this, because everyone on my stream has been telling me this is essentially Warframe. As you can see, the graphics look great in this game. I really like the character design, the design of the weapons, the look of the world. The graphics just look great. And by the way, it runs great on my PC. I do have a god tier PC, so I don't know if this is going to be poorly run on lower systems. This is Unreal Engine 5, but for me on my PC, I didn't drop a frame. There were a few things in the earlier, like when I first started, I had to adjust some settings, but once I got my settings set, it's just been running great. I just haven't felt any FPS drop as of yet, and it's just been overall a very, very good experience. Back on the characters, I really like not only the look of the characters, obviously, I'm a big fan of the playstyle of these characters, the look of the characters and the playstyle of the characters. So if I were to bring up the characters, they're called Descendants in this game. You have a list of these heroes or descendants, and they all have different abilities. Personally, I've been playing Ajax, and I played a little bit of Bunny. You guys have probably heard of Bunny. They play very differently. I really like Ajax. Overall, these characters are all different, and in the end game, you're essentially playing all these characters and leveling them up, leveling up your mastery, which leads me to the next section, or next topic that I want to bring up, the endgame loop. The endgame loop in this game, or actually, let's talk about the progression to the end game, what you're going to be doing day 1 right when you start your character, and what you'll be doing in the end game. A lot of people are probably wondering that. What you're going to essentially be introduced to is this world. You're going to be in this town. You are going to have access to this world map, and the way this world is designed, the world of First Descendant, is you just have these different regions, and you will go to each region, which has these little sectors within the region, and you're just going to complete everything. 100% map completion. You're going to start your main story quest line. It's going to take you through the zones, and when you finish all the main story quest lines within that zone, you're going to unlock all these little daily missions. It says normal missions, but you can kind of think of these as daily missions that's repeatable content for you to farm in the end game, and you're going to get 100% completion on this, which will lead you to this zone. That'll give you 100% completion there, which will lead you to this zone. Once you do that, that will lead you to the next region. That's pretty much what's going to happen, and as you finish these regions, you will unlock these little blue diamonds here, which are missions, and you can just farm these missions over and over again. This is a big part of the end game, where if I need this burst absorption map, whatever it's for, then I might want to go here and farm this. If I need this venom synthesis, I have a 1% chance to get it dropped by completing the missions here, and I'll just run this over and over again. It also tells you about how long it'll take you to do each one. The other thing that you're going to be doing in the end game, once you're finished through the entire campaign, are these void intercept battles. My camera's covering the normal version, but the one to the left behind my camera is normal. This is hard. Normal starts at level 10, which is this one. It goes to 22 all the way to 95. And as you can see, these have certain characteristics. These are kind of like raid bosses in this game. You'll get mats from this as well. And once you finish that will take you all the way to hard mode, which will take you to level 130, where you'll fight the last void intercept battle, whatever you would call this boss. So that's pretty much the loop. The purpose of the content is to craft or upgrade better weapons and modules, also your character. You will essentially be upgrading everything that gives you power, right? Like this weapon, these modules, these Descendant modules. Modules are just attachments that you will add to the character or to the weapons that you have that make it stronger. And then you've got like these external components. These are just, again, more attachments or gear pieces that will make your character stronger. And you're just farming this. The other thing that you'll be doing is crafting weapons, unlocking special weapons, as well as heroes. And you'll be doing that here. Talk to this person here. You'll be able to unlock different weapons weapons in Descendants. As you can see, I'm researching this right now. Thunder Cage, this is an SMG. This is a free one that you get through the campaign. I've got an hour and 33 minutes left. I have already unlocked Bunny, but as you can see, you can unlock these other characters, which is another thing that I do want to touch up upon. But before we move on and talk about the crafting and stuff, I do also want to mention that the itemization and the whole module system, what gives me power, how do I upgrade my character, how do I upgrade my weapon, this system is very, in my opinion, well designed for a new player to understand. It's very simple to understand. Like I said, this is my first third-person looter shooter. I'm new to this genre, and if I could understand this relatively easy, then anyone can, I would say. This right here, for example, this item gives me minus 11% recoil. I equip it. This is going to cost me 4 capacity, and I can have a maximum of 34 capacity. So right now I have 6, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, and that is a grand total of 32. And you know, later on, obviously you could increase this capacity as well. That's part of the vertical progression. It's just pretty straightforward. I think they've done a pretty good job to make it noob friendly. It's just pretty easy to understand. Moving on, when it comes to the crafting, I'm not the biggest fan here of the time that it takes. Now, this is probably very normal. This is probably a very normal thing in Warframe, but this weapon itself, the game told me it was going to take 4 hours for me to finish this. I have an hour and 32 minutes left. If you look at some of these Descendants, like this guy right here, he takes a day and 12 hours, almost 2 days to actually get him once I get the mats to craft. This character is like 16 hours. So for me, I'm not the biggest fan of this system. Now, there's obviously incentive to swipe here, because if you swipe, you can bypass this just by paying money. You can just swipe and get all these heroes. And some of this shit is not cheap. And you're going to also notice an ultimate version of these characters. I mean, look at this. I mean, it's very clear that everyone wants this, right? You could buy this in the cash shop, which is the next thing I wanted to touch up on, which is the itemization. If we go to the shop right here, you're going to see that skin that we just saw version, or this Descendant, you can buy for $50. This is essentially like, it's like $50-ish roughly. The premium ultimate pack here, which gives you like additional skins and some additional upgrade mats, this is like $100. And I mean, character looks great. Character looks really good. And it's pretty clear and obvious what these guys are trying to sell you. Honestly, I have no problem with this. As you know, I am also a fellow man of culture. I do appreciate good artwork and good character design. But you know, the free to, like, if you don't swipe it, you can still get this. Apparently someone, I don't know if this is fake news or not, but my stream told me, people in my chat was telling me that it would take you roughly around 30 hours on average. I heard the mats that you need, it's like you have like a 1% chance to get the mat. So realistically, if you farm it 100 times, you'll get 1 piece, and I think they're like 3 pieces or something that you need. I don't know, just take that with a grain of salt. People were telling me apparently to get like even the ultimate versions of these characters, it'll take you like 30 hours or so, which I don't think is too bad, because these ultimate characters, they are best in slot. The game absolutely has pay to win elements, because you can speed up the progression, you can skip the time, you can buy these heroes right away. These ultimate characters are more powerful than the regular characters, but you can also get all of this in the game relatively reasonably. I know I use BDO as a benchmark of pay to win, but a lot of people in my chat were telling me that it's less pay to win than BDO, so take that as you will. Oh, I should also mention what you're buying here. There are skins, as you can see here. There are skins here, and I mean, they've got some pretty good skins, I'm not gonna lie. I know a lot of you guys will like some of these skins. These skins don't have any power. There are no stats to these skins. They just look good. However, you can purchase Descendants themselves, right? Like these Descendants, like the ultimate bunny, it is more powerful than the regular bunny. But like I said, you can unlock everything within the game so long as you play it. For me personally, I thought this game was actually pretty fun. It was better than expected. I went into this thing with no expectations, and I'll be honest, I had a lot of fun. However, I don't know how much fun I'll have playing this game if I played it for hundreds of hours. I can kind of see it possibly getting a little bit repetitive based off of the missions that you're doing and bosses that you're going to be farming kind of over and over again. Like I said, it's a little bit premature for me to say that. I know I'm only like 6 to 7, 8 hours into the game. Based off of what I've seen on paper and what I've experienced so far, it's fun, but I don't know if it's something that can kind of keep me hooked for a lot of hours for a long period of time. You know how some MMO guys are like, man, I want to find a game that I just get super addicted to, that I just 10 hours a day into, or I wish I could put 10 hours a day into. I just constantly want to play it. I don't see myself being able to have that type of feeling with this game. I don't know if this game is capable of providing that level of addiction / content. For a lot of you is probably a good thing, but that's probably the best way I could put it. So there's that. But that's pretty much it, guys. Let me know what you guys think about this game in the comment section below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Keep in mind, this is a first impressions review video. I'm sure there's some things that I got wrong, or some things that, I don't know, some things that you may have disagreed with. This is coming from the perspective of someone that is not only brand new to this game, but also brand new to this genre. This is just how I saw it my first time around. If I continue to play this game, maybe I'll make like a more in-depth review video once I understand everything with the game, but I'm really not sure. Let me know if you guys want me to continue covering this game, if you want me to dive into it a little bit more. But yeah, that's gonna pretty much do it for this video, guys. Like and subscribe. I'm getting close to 100k subs, and I'll see you in the next video.